Hey guys, so we're going to work on a personal essay again. We are actually going to draft it today. So you're going to have the entire period to draft. I do have parameters that I need you guys to follow. It's going to be on Schoology, and I'll go over it in this video. So we have done our brainstorming chart. This is all on HMH. You've done your timeline where you're talking about the event, right? We've done all of this kind of brainstorming things. So we're going to be here at number 2 where it says develop a draft. Now you're ready to begin drafting your personal essay. Refer to your timeline as well as any notes that you took as you read the text in the unit to help you guide you as you write. So remember, we're talking about the memoir by any other name. Now you're not going to draft here, you're actually going to put it on a Word document, and I'll show you guys where to do that. So let's look at our mentor text really quick. So when we draft this, we need to pay attention to by any other name. So there's different characteristics that by any other name has that we can actually use in the writing. So although a personal essay often describes an event, it does not simply tell a story. The writer describes his or her feelings. So we really got a lot of her feelings, what was going on, her feelings of scared and confusion. So it's really important you add your feelings to your own story. And the author comments of the events she described as, remarkable or disbelieving, right? She really talks about her feelings on this one. You can see it in the example here. So as you describe your life experience, comment on its meaning for you in order to help the reader understand your reactions. So you're kind of giving them a little insight, maybe a little bit about what you learned in here. Why was that so important? And remember, even sometimes the smallest little events that were going on can be important. Author's craft. An author might describe a sequence of events in time order, also known as chronological order. This is an easy way to help readers understand how ideas are connected. Look how the author uses time clues such as during, after, in the following examples to make the order of events clear. So we like before, after, during. And this one they have it at school, then. You need to make sure you have those type of words that will help you, help your reader understand your story. So you're going to apply what you learned. Order of events in your essay should be clear. Use words and phrases that help the reader follow what's happening. So a couple of major things, of course, describe your experience, talk about the feelings and how it was important for you, because that's going to be central to your story. It's just going to be a big personal essay, so it's about you guys. It's about something you've experienced that you've learned and you shared. And we kind of already did a lot of the brainstorming for it already. So on Schoology, you'll see something that says draft a personal essay. This is where you're actually going to import the draft. Now, I do have some parameters I need you guys to follow. Number 1, it must be on a Word document. This can be in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, whatever you have on your computer. Must be 12 points, okay? I've seen a lot of students who I asked them to put 12 points and they put 24, thinking page count matters. Page count does not matter in my class. I look for word count. So if it's like 5 pages with like 2 words on 1 page, yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. So the font must be 12 points. I am not blind, okay? So make sure it's 12. 1-inch margins only. Don't make it 4-inch margins. That's comical. Make sure it's only 1-inch margins. Basically, that's the default. So don't try and change those margins. It must be about 800 to 1,000 words minimum. If you go over, that's great. But do not give me less than 800 words. The way you check the word count is on Microsoft Word or even on Google Words. You'll have a little thing that says word count. And you just look on the bottom and you can see how many words you have. Also online, if you search up a word counter, you can actually copy and paste your text and it'll count how many words you have as well. I do have a word counter that I use when I'm grading your essays, so don't try to short me. I know if it's 800 words, and I will not grade it if it's less than that, okay? I'll make you do it again. It must be in first person point of view. That's the point of view that we have, right? That's what we're going through. So those are pronouns such as I, me, we, right? We're talking about the I's. Must be written in English. This is an English class. A few phrases can be in Spanish. That's fine, especially if you're talking about a story where somebody said something in Spanish and that's what you're getting. That's fine. okay? If it's necessary to story, you can have some Spanish words, but try to write it as much as in English. Now, if you don't know a word and you're kind of a little bit like, oh, I don't know that word and I can't find the definition, maybe it's one of those little local kind of terms, you can put it in Spanish at this point. I'll help you through it and we'll figure out what it means in English. Or you can always ask your peers. We have a lot of peers who are good about that. So this is your first draft, meaning that it will change, it will change, it will change, okay? Good writers never stop at the first writing, ever, 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 okay? You're gonna see this again and you're gonna write it again and again and again until it's perfect. This will be a mastery grade just because this is probably the most important of all your drafts. You need to dump it and get it out of your head now. Okay, the hardest thing to write is the first draft. And as a writer, I will tell you that is true across the board. I used to hate writing my first draft because it would take the longest, because you're kind of just formulating what you want to say in words. So this is why this one's a master grade. If you do not have this one, you will not be able to finish this project at all. Okay, so get the first draft in. It's super important. How to get a passing grade for this? I'm looking for a complete, coherent story with a beginning, middle, and end. So it's a great story. I can read it. It makes sense. And it has to teach a lesson. Remember, we're trying to teach a lesson here. This is a personal lesson that you guys have. And of course, it has to be at least 800 words or more. Again, if it's not 800 words, I'll throw it back at you. Okay, and you're gonna try it again. So you'll have an entire period to work on this. I expect everybody to be working and doing their best. If you don't get it done, I will call you on it. This is your 6 weeks task, guys. So do your best. I'm gonna count this as your 6 weeks test. Don't worry about grammar and spelling at this point. This is just about getting that idea down on paper. Right. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next time and get this in. Bye.